Hey guys, Kane here. I've got another 1v1 for you. This time it's Flipstip and Klon on the map Badlands, I believe. This is one of my favorite maps and a couple of my favorite players, so it should be a really good game. We're going to see Flipstip in the northeast here, red amphib plant, and here in the southwest is going to be Klon with the green shield bot factory. A couple of factories you don't typically see on this map. Both of them, of course, are bot factories, so they'll be able to run over these hills, but yeah, like I mentioned, you don't usually see a lot of amphib or really even very much shield bot, typically for mobility, I believe, but I mean, amphib is no slouch, obviously. We have a very high-skilled player playing against another very high-skilled player choosing to go amps on a map like this. I think a big part of it might be the fast constructor that you get. It's a 7.5 metal per second build power, which is always a nice advantage. It's pretty fast, too, as far as constructors go. So, yeah, kind of a nice mix. And then, of course, you've got the scallops and the buoys, which are great options and going to do very well, by the way, against any sort of shield ball that might be coming out from Klon. So, as far as the opening here, we are seeing, looks like a few bandits to open up, no dirtbag to scout with, followed by a constructor. Conversely, looks like one constructor just to open up with, and then 3 ducks, 4 ducks, looks like 5 ducks coming down the line after that. And then this commander is going to be reclaiming up here as well, and he's morphed to level 1 already. Actually, this commander is named Cheese, but I don't see any cheese coming. This isn't very cheesy at all. He has the field radar on top of the beam laser, which is nice to see, and you'll also notice that he hasn't built a radar in his base quite yet. That's a nice little configuration there for the modules. I wonder how much more expensive it makes them morph. And he's going to take out this bandit, no problem. Doesn't even have to worry about that metal extractor getting taken out. Another bandit coming in. This one's a little bit less well defended. I think this bandit will be able to take out the metal extractor, but the focus is down. Going to be kind of close. No, ultimately has to run by. Oh, here's the runaround, and he does get the metal extractor after all. Trying to go for, looks like the duck, trying to stay alive as long as he can here. Just barely requires 2 shots to kill a bandit with one of those ducks, and he takes out the second metal extractor. That was a nice pickup there. 2 metal extractors plus the duck as well. Another bandit, however, getting taken down by the commander, so some reclaim there. Overall, probably a wash, although it's a huge pain to rebuild these metal extractors, and they're not going to be back up for quite a while. So you have to consider the metal cost there as well. So all in all, I mean, really nice trades going on between the two. You know, I just realized that I don't have the attrition counter up, which is like ridiculous. I should absolutely have that thing going, but no time to dig around for it quite yet, so we'll just have to try and estimate how the trades are going. Nice fortification here. I really want to pay attention to how these players fortify and expand their position, and especially how they manage their economy, because those are a couple of things I've been having a lot of problems with myself. This duck trying to poke in, getting pushed away just a little bit by these bandits. They retreat under the cover of the shield from the constructor here to repair. This duck charges in, ooh, able to take out one of the bandits. Luckily, the other one didn't go down due to the slash damage. More ducks coming over the hill now, so this could get pretty hairy here for Klon. And boy, this constructor is acting as a combat shield of sorts, repairing these bandits and trying to tank as many of those shots as possible. Ultimately, there's enough ducks here, however, to take out both of the bandits, and now this constructor here all on his lonesome. Really nothing to defend him whatsoever. Another bandit trying to come out of the factory. We see quite a few shield bot constructors on the field. There were 3, now there's just 2 left. They'll be reclaiming pretty quickly though, so nice usage of the constructor. Look at this. This is beautiful. This bandit is retreating under the cover of the shield just in time to evade getting hit by that duck. That's really, really nice. And then having the constructors with it, I mean, that's way too micro-intensive for me to pull off, but that was beautiful to see. Wow, really going back and forth here. Ultimately, this duck's going to have to push out until he gets some support. Let's take a look at the eco real quick. It looks almost dead on, although Klon has more energy economy, which puts him in a better position to expand here. Does have the commander at the front as well. We see Flipstip's commander has been expanding out towards the west here. Looks like he's going to make his way into the center now. And looks like an archer coming up, which something I really like to see. It's sort of not a unit that you get to see a lot of in 1v1, at least not until recently. So I like to see how well it works as a riot unit, and especially against these bandits. This should do alright. I can't wait to see an engagement between the two, really. Looks like this commander is going to be building up some energy, and here we go. A few ducks coming up into northwest to scout out the area. Probably preparing for an expansion up there as well. And really nice, sort of planning ahead there by Flipstip. It looks like Flipstip is actually, I can't tell. There's a lot of reclaim going on, so it's hard to tell who's truly in the lead economically. You see that both players are making sure to reclaim these rocks. They're, I mean, fairly valuable. If you take a look, these larger ones are 225 metals, so that's a warrior right there, right? Something like that, pretty close. I'm not terribly sure, I could be completely off, but either way, some ducks now coming down to the southeast. These bandits have pretty well staked the claim. They'll be on the hill, having a significant height advantage there. And here's the Archer, going to see some Archer Riot action. Doing a great job so far. You notice how it pushes back these bandits? This one actually took some damage from going airborne right as it landed, as you notice. And these bandits probably wouldn't even be able to get in close enough to this Archer to deal damage. That's beautiful. Look at that. That works absolutely great. And this Archer is, I mean, really fast for a Riot unit, I think. You see the way he's just sort of wheeling around back and forth, and these bandits are ultimately forced to turn tail. So excellent job, Archer. You lived up to your name. It's a Raider/Riot bot. Man, these things are cool. I really want to use these a little bit more, try and figure out what they're all about, because you saw how great of a job it did against these bandits. I mean, you can get perfect attrition. If you had 2 of these guys, you never even take any damage. That was amazing. We are seeing the LOT get plopped down here by Klon, so he's firmly staking his claim, but we do see a nice fortified position here from Flipstip as well, just to the northwest. Also an LOT up on the hill as well, so these bandits won't be able to make it up there, I would imagine. Here we go, ultimately getting chased back, able to take down one of the constructors though, always a nice pickup. Getting repaired by the commander before probably heading over to the east to raid out again. This could be a very successful raid. There is a constructor here, completely out of position and idling in fact, but gotta forgive him for that. There's a lot going on over here. These ducks coming around the west side, trying to pick up a mech that might be undefended, but unfortunately there is the LLT here. They won't be able to take it out in time. Oh man, one of them goes down essentially for free. A bit of a blunder there to walk into that. Ooh, and here's the Archer very aggressively pushing into this group of bandits, but does take a little bit of damage, has some duck support as well. Going to be leading the charge, it looks like. This is great to see. I'm really enjoying this. Going to be trying what it can against this metal extractor, not taking that out very quickly. Probably better to use the ducks for that. Able to get the metal extractor down. Now this commander helping out with the defense here. All of these units will definitely need to pull back. There's not quite enough here to go for the commander dive. We see a couple of ducks coming over the hill as well, so I think they might be trying to pincer move, but there's also reinforcements coming in from Klon. Going to be able to drive this way pretty much no problem whatsoever. See another Archer coming in up to the central approach here, right in the very middle, able to take out that LLT with the assistance of some ducks, and now pushing back these bandits back up the hill. I mean, being on the hill, they are going to get a advantage from firing downwards onto the ducks and onto the Archers, but ultimately, I'm not sure. I can't say who's going to win this engagement. I think these thugs plus the outlaw swing it in Klon's favor, just because he has some Riot assault support perfectly right here in the center. These Archers definitely need to get away, because as soon as that outlaw gets them, they're going to slow down, and these things are not too durable, I think. 820 HP, I mean, that's quite a bit, actually. Not as much as a thug, or nearly as much as an outlaw either. So ultimately needing to pull back. Time to check in on the eco real quick. We see Flipstip seems to be pulling ahead, factoring in whatever reclaim he's getting. He has taken this northwestern expansion and done a good job to at least deny this southeastern one from Klon so far. These bandits are able to get inside, but nothing has been constructed in here quite yet. Although I imagine if the shield ball, ooh, and here's the felon coming out by the way, but if the shield ball heads up towards the east side of the map, then he's going to be able to secure this as well behind the influence of that. Hearing some salvos fire, not sure what's going on. And here we go. Duck trying to catch a couple of these constructors out of position, gets chased away by the LOT. I've noticed that both of these players are doing really good to leave defenses around their expansion. There's essentially one LLT per mechs, more or less. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. It looks like just about one LLT per mechs, which is great to see, because that just confirms that I'm really not building enough stacked defenses in my play. We can see here from both players, they've made sure to secure their expansion. They have lots of constructors, but lots of defenses there to secure them as well. So I'm going to have to definitely take a note of that. Looks like this shield ball is going to be pushing in here from Klon. This is a very intimidating force, but Flipstick is ready on point with these buoys, which do an excellent job to skirm the shield ball. Technically not able to comfortably skirm the felon, as Saktoth has pointed out in a comment on one of my earlier videos, but with the attack move, it is able to wear down the shields. These bands coming in doing a great job taking out the LLT. The Archer trying to do what it can, not able to save that constructor though. These bands probably should pull back and hear the shield ball coming down to the southeast as well. I think these bandits might be able to take out the Archer if they surround, but no, there's so much pushback, and then whenever it has backup from the ducks, there's really no hope after that. Now the Scalp's going to try to take the shield ball all on its lonesome, gets disarmed almost immediately, and then zapped out by that felon, so not much hope there. Not entirely sure what's going to be done to stop this. So these buoys have actually pulled back, probably waiting to pull up critical mass, and here's Flipstip's grand plan. He's going to try and get this Grizzly out. He has 1.5 minutes left on the clock, 23 seconds now. Probably depends on the reclaim and the other priorities, so roughly 30 seconds or a little bit more, it looks like, until this Grizzly comes out, and until then this shield ball is going to go fairly unanswered. It looks like Klon's going to be playing a little bit more defensive with this. I'm not sure what exactly he's scared of. Maybe getting kited by these buoys is his big fear, but that Grizzly is going to certainly give him a hard time. Economically, it looks like, yeah, he's still quite a bit behind Flipstip actually, so Once this Grizzly comes up, I think the shield ball might break, but until then, Klon still has a massive military advantage. Look at this, 5.1k to 2.6. And oh ho ho, Flipstip is so tricky. Look at this, air switch in the northwest corner, building that Geo as well. Bit of an engagement here with the shield bots, but looks like those buoys are going to be pushed entirely out of position, and then these shield bots will be able to climb the hill, no problem whatsoever. One bandit up so far. Doesn't look like it's quite a priority for Flipstip. This Grizzly has just come up as well. Following that, there's going to be, looks like more buoys and a few ducks to follow as well. Just about to crest this hill now. This shield ball could be in quite a bit of trouble as soon as this Grizzly catches wind of him coming down the hill now. So close, and there's the first shot. Takes out an outlaw right off the bat. This is a very powerful laser beam, as you can see. 1,500 damage per shot. Every unit in this shield ball effectively can be taken out in one hit if it's not protected by the shields. So definitely a big problem here. And this shield ball gets right away from there. Now these Ravens make themselves known. Going to be bombing out these constructors that have overextended, trying to put up, it looks like, a hacksaw to defend against this. So two problems right now that Klon has to answer. First of all, the aircraft plant over here in the northwest, and then that Grizzly defending the central base. He obviously can't make any sort of moves here on the central base. Klon has actually pulled ahead economically, though. He seems to be reclaiming this massive rock, and then he's also taking the southeastern position here with these metal extractors. No overdrive yet for either player, really. A fusion reactor here from Flipstip, and some overdrive at his base mechs is ultimately getting him, 87% bonus. Not bad at all. And it looks like maybe a turret push coming in from these constructors. Where did that shield ball go? It's retreated all the way back into the southwestern corner. These Ravens coming in, trying to bomb out what they can, but enough defenders here to take out one of them. The second one tries to come through. It bombs out this hacksaw before it goes up, but 4 defenders is what you need to kill a Raven on its first approach. So it's going to be scared away until it gets, a couple more friends. This Racketeer even providing some flex AA support as well. 3 Ravens on the field so far, plus the Grizzly, and units beginning to stream out of Flipstip's factory, actually stopping momentarily. 3 more minutes and a second Grizzly will be up. I think with a second Grizzly plus the air support, this shield ball is going to fall pretty quickly. It looks like we are having a gunship switch coming from Klon. Looks like Rapiers, which is an interesting choice. I love to see it. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. This Felon that seems to be wasting its shield on the Grizzly. It can actually just be disarmed. Just disarm the Grizzly is all you have to do, and then zap everything else. But unfortunately, that's not what's going on. These Rapiers doing what they can to deal some damage. Hawks now coming in to provide AA support. These Rapiers definitely need to focus down the Hawk. Get that out of the air as fast as they possibly can, or there's not going to be hope for any of them at all. There we go. Doing a nice job to take down the Hawk, actually, and now this Grizzly has been disarmed, leaving it rather vulnerable. The Scallop being the biggest threat to the shield ball, getting off a couple of really nice shots, but just getting taken down by the Rapiers now. And this Grizzly is just about to go down. Well, 2.2k, actually, that's quite a bit of health still, but certainly very much disarmed at this point. These buoys doing a great job to hold off the shield ball, and then a Raven bomber coming in. Looks like it's going to try for the Outlaw, and then now for the Felon. Misses on both counts. This Raven actually coming back for a second swipe, taking out a Thug instead. Absolutely a miss micro there. Needed to work on this Felon instead. What does require 2 Ravens to bomb out, however. This Grizzly being so disarmed. Now these Rapiers come in to take the final blows on it. Just one more volley should do it, and there we go. And in fact, we see Flipstip has thrown in the towel. Oh my gosh. What even just happened? That was mind-blowing. I don't know what to say. Look at that. Flipstip had a huge economic lead for almost the entire last half of the game. Look at that. And, oh, look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. You see this? This is how you can tell that you just spectated a pro-level game. I just went to the XS graph, and there is nothing here. Neither player XS'd at all, and so the graph can't even be drawn. And then also, it's worth mentioning that this game lasted 13 minutes and 37 seconds, which is pretty elite. Pretty elite. Okay, so what happened there? First of all, I think that was an early resignation by Flipstip. Well, oh, no, wait. I didn't see this. I didn't see this pretty successful defender push from Klon. Okay, alright, so that's pretty ugly. No doubt about it. And then Klon had also taken the southeast here, so he sort of slow creeped his way into the northwestern position. This shield ball was able to take excellent attrition, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the second Grizzly coming up was the right answer. And that first Grizzly, though, you know what? Actually, Grizzlies weren't the right answer at all, I think. Now that I think about it, remember last time when we saw Google Frog use those buoys against Sektoth's early Felon ball, the buoys just did such an excellent job. You can you can manually attack at the ground to drain the Felon's shield ball, and then from there you can just scrim them as you normally would without much worry at all. So, I mean, buoys were really what I think would have been the best answer for Flipstip here, although he chose an unconventional factory for a map like this. I mean, there's no water to take advantage of, so really, really, really interesting game. An excellent comeback from Klon. I mean, way to seal the deal. You know, in the face of an air switch and the Grizzlies, he had perfect answers for both of them. Pushed right into the air factory with these defenders. Didn't even have to really waste military on it. And then, well, used the rapiers to finish it off. That shield ball to hold the center, and that's all she wrote. And so, wow. I mean, that was just such a great game. I'm going to remember this one for a while. Anyway, I really enjoyed that. Hope you guys did as well. If there's anything I missed, let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you guys next time.